Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone's doing great. I'm super excited. It's a big weekend. It's Chelsea versus Man United. So I'm super excited for this match. I'm looking forward to us actually beating Man United in the league. It's been a while, so I'm looking forward to that for sure. But before I get into all of that, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And yeah, for a big game, I had to do something different for the channel. So I got a special guest named Taron to come on, and we had a little chat about Tuchel, the match that's coming up, and the lineup. And yeah, he is a host of a podcast called The Perfect Hattrick podcast, and he's also on the other side of the coin. Actually, how about I just let him introduce himself?
Yeah, I've been a Chelsea fan my whole life since I was younger. I've been going to the games since ages, like 2 or 3 games a season. Probably I went to the last game I went to was Valencia at home where we lost 1-0. That was an awful game that I went to. But yeah, atmosphere was good. Yeah, I do some videos. I do some Chelsea YouTube videos on a channel called The Other Side of the Coin. Do
Yeah.
some match reviews after each game and just analyze a lot of player performances. But yeah, I have my own podcast as well called A Perfect Hattrick that you guys can check out. It's basically a podcast covering all different football topics, not just Chelsea. Obviously my co-host talks about everything football with me as well. Yeah, and I'm just really excited to get into this, Lionel. Thanks for inviting me on the channel.
So yeah, awesome. That's Taron, and I asked him a couple of questions about, like I said, about Tuchel, about the match coming up, and I actually asked him a lot more questions than I told him that I would. He was such a good sport to answer those questions. So we're gonna get into little snippets of this interview, and then I will continue the video as I normally do, and then afterwards I will post the full interview up on my YouTube, and yeah, you can get to know him better. If you would like to hear more, please follow him on Twitter, and also go have a listen to the Perfect Hattrick pod. And yeah, so the first question I asked him is how he felt about the Tuchel era and how's it going, and this is what he had to say.
Yeah, we've seen Tuchel come in. It's to me, it's looked like a complete different system. I think that the three at the back, it just changed the way we attack completely and defend. Obviously, we don't seem to be committing as many bodies forward as we did before. For
Yeah.
example, when Werner was running in the clear, maybe under Lampard, we'd see 3, 4, 5 bodies trying to help him, late
Mhm.
runs and everything like that. But now I see Maxim like 2 or 3 players because
Yeah.
I feel like Tuchel is starting from the back. He's starting from solidifying the defense, which had
Mm.
quite a few issues in the last stages of the former management team. But yeah, he
Right.
started from the back, which I don't have an issue with. He's kind of relying on the individual talent of our front players to kind of get him through games, which sometimes could be an issue. We've seen maybe a lack of cutting edge in the final third, but yeah,
Yeah.
under Tuchel, I've been really happy. He's won big games. He's won over my heart already. Like I was
Right.
really upset
Right.
about Lampard, but
Yeah. I
yeah, he's
mean,
won over my heart.
yeah. Continuing on from that conversation, I asked him another question, and this one is one that I think is a big question, especially for our season as a whole. Can we make top four? This is what he had to say.
Well, as a biased Chelsea fan, and even if I wasn't a biased, that's 100%. I think the form we're in at the minute, we're beating big teams. Atletico Madrid, one of the best teams in Europe this season,
Yeah.
top of the league, or top of the likes of Real Madrid, who have a really good manager and an amazing squad. They've dominated the league. So yeah, I'm really confident of getting top four, and I hope this video doesn't come back to bite me at the end. But yeah, I think that West Ham will fall off later on. I think that yeah,
Mm.
if they get injuries to maybe Antonio or Jared Bowen, they're automatically done because their squad depth is not as good as ours.
Right.
When it comes to the latter stages, when teams maybe are in other competitions such as United in the Europa League, it could affect them. And
Right.
we have a squad that can compete in many competitions.
Mm.
You've seen our bench in the last game against
Yeah.
Atletico. We had Ziyech, Havertz, Kante, Pulisic. These are all players that can get into most teams in the Premier League. So
Right.
we have really good squad depth. And yeah, under Tuchel, the system is looking like it can get us to top four. It seems like a really solid system with it does have some attacking flaws as I mentioned before, but
Yeah.
yeah, it definitely can get us top four if we can sort out that chemistry in the final third. But yeah, so far I think that it's a given that we're going to get top four. Liverpool.
Finally, I asked him about his team selection for the game against Man United, and he gave us his team. And there's something very interesting that he spoke about, especially in the midfield and who he wants to play on the left.
I'm a little bit wary, I can't lie, that they do have a lot of danger in attack, but I think it's going to be a really even game, and this is the reason why I think that they have a really strong attack. We know that Rashford, Martial, Greenwood, whoever they're going to play, Bruno Fernandes, but we have a strong defence at the minute. they have a weak defense and we have a weak attack at the minute. So it's obviously going to be a really balanced game. A few
Yeah.
predictions are coming out 0-0. We've seen Solskjaer completely park the bus against the likes of Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, not Chelsea at home actually, some other games. But yeah, we've seen that he's a little bit wary. So I predict it to be a cagey game. I predict it to be not many chances, not a lot of space in between the lines, behind the lines. But
You have
yeah,
a score
I think with
prediction?
for the score prediction now, I think it's going to be 2-1. I did say in the thing, there's three things certain in life: death, taxes, and a Bruno Fernandes penalty. So that's always going to happen. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's always going to happen. Bruno Fernandes penalty is just a certain thing. But yeah, I think that for my lineup, I'll move on to that now. I actually put quite an interesting lineup yesterday on the video. I think that with the I have some reservations about the right back of Man United, Wan-Bissaka. I've always
Right.
said that the way just because he's good at defending, that's just a way to expose him. You can't be scared of him to go forward. Just pin him back and keep
Right.
attacking him. Don't be worried about it. So I've gone with a lineup. I think Marcus Alonso would be absolutely useless in this game, in my opinion. So
Wow.
I've gone
Okay.
with a really interesting thing. I've gone with the same back three and the same goalkeeper: Rudiger, Christensen, Aspi, Mendy, and goal. But here's my reservation: Reece James on the right to try and cope with the physicality of Luke Shaw, try and
Right.
deal with Marcus Rashford. And on the left, I've gone with Callum Hudson-Odoi, left wing back. That's my choice for this game.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, I think him and Werner need to really, because Werner's not going to be driving at Wan-Bissaka enough.
Hmm.
We need someone to drive him, or Pulisic. I wouldn't play Pulisic this game because of his recent form, but Hudson-Odoi left wing back, drive at Wan-Bissaka time upon time. It's not going to be success rate all the time, but
Yeah.
just keep penetrating Wan-Bissaka and keep trying to create something. Cut
But
on his
have
right and
are you sorry to interrupt you, but are you not a fan of the Werner and Alonso connection that they've been having, where with Werner running more inside, it gives Alonso that freedom and that space on the wing to run into, or
Yeah, but if that's the same, Werner can run inside, and we've got a
mm,
much pacier and much better player in the final third to run into the space. That's always been my idea. If Hudson-Odoi is in the spaces that Alonso is in against Southampton, we saw players trying to play in Alonso and him just completely ruining the attack. So
right?
yeah, I think that Callum Hudson-Odoi would be perfect for that role. Obviously to cut in. Yeah, DMs, I'm sticking with Kovacic and Jorginho. They control the play, they recycle possession, spray out to the wide players to create. They don't really contribute much in the final third, but they're doing the job. They're keeping the ball. And when we have more of the ball, we're going to create more chances. So that's just how it is. And with the forwards, I'm probably going to stick with Timo Werner, Olivier Giroud, and Mason Mount for this game.
My team selection for this match, I mean, backline is easy as you like it. We're going for Aspi, Mendy in goal, Rudiger, and Christensen. In the middle of the park, I'm going to go Cho on the right, Kovacic, and N'Golo Kante. I think he's more secure as a defensive mid, and I like him playing in the double six role. So I'm gonna go with N'Golo Kante for this match, and then on the left I'm gonna go with, here's a big one, Emerson. I think Emerson would be so much better on the left. He's way quicker than Alonso. He can get up and down the field better, and I think it would just work out. I think he's more of a a threat going forward, and that's just gonna help the team as a whole. So I don't know if Tuchel's even thinking about that, but hopefully that, you never know. Maybe I'm like some managerial master class teacher person. Probably not. But anyway, I'm going to go with Emerson on the left, and up front, Giroud, Werner, and Mason Mount. I think those three have been working perfectly together. I think it's going to happen again. I definitely think Timo Werner's scoring, and Giroud, you give him whatever you can give him. I don't think Maguire can stop him in the air, on the ground, in a lake. I don't think Maguire stops Giroud. So that's my team for the match against Man United. Once again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. If you want to hear more from Taron, you can follow him on Twitter, and also you can listen to his podcast, The Perfect Hattrick Pod, and also you can catch him on the other side of the coin. They're both on YouTube, and you can follow them on Twitter also. All the links and descriptions and everything will be in the bio and probably on the screen somewhere. And yeah, anyway, guys, hopefully we beat United and we jump back into fourth, because I definitely think that Man City are going to beat West Ham. So let's see how it goes. And yeah, let me know what you think in the comments, and enjoy the football, and I will see you after the game. Peace.